Hello everybody, welcome to my Outdoorsy Fun. This is a camping trip I took last weekend. Still trying to figure this video thing out, camping. It's a strange beast. But I'm going to try to go through a little bit and show you what I have. So this is an extra chair I brought in case my wife decides to stop by. Got to have an extra chair. This of course is my privacy tent, got to have that. And this is a real comfortable chair. This is a rocking chair my wife got. Oh, it is so nice. Let's see. I'll put it over here. As you can see, I brought a couple dogs with me. We all sleep in the Jeep right now. And they bring a little dirt in. I like having these little pelican cases. Pelican? I don't know. There's some kind of case. I try to limit myself just to a couple. Just the basics. Alright, let's see what I got in the first thing here. Let's look through my ice chest. I don't usually have an ice chest. This is just a cloth one. But of course I have a couple beers, or a few. I think I'll have one now. I also have breakfast in there, some Baileys for my coffee in the morning, and some orange juice. Not a lot. I've been trying to revise these cases, you know, just with the basics. I came across an old cheesy noodle thing I brought with me today. I have some, I don't know, little go gear, little action camera stuff. Still trying to figure out, trying to see how all this stuff works. I'm more of a photography person myself. I think I'm going to include some photos in these videos. We'll see. This is my little electronics case. It has a couple cool things in it. So this first one is a little connector I use to connect to a 12-volt lithium-ion battery. This is just an extra extension cable. Now this one allows me to charge my Blue Eddy with my 12-volt iron phosphate battery. It basically converts 12-volt to 24-volt, and you can plug it into where your solar area is. This is my little fire they bring with me for video sometimes, and a bunch of charging cables. You gotta have those. And of course you gotta have a USB power brick. Good to charge the phones and the Bluetooth speaker like that one. Makes a nice listen to audiobooks or whatnot. Let's see. This is kind of cool. Actually, it's really cool. It's a butane torch. Allows me easy start on my campfires. And mosquito coils, which I'll do later. Okay, what do we got here? Now this pink thing I stole from my wife. It's my little nightcap. And something to take the edge off when I know I don't have to drive anywhere. Okay, this little Tupperware is actually 1 cup, so it's good for measuring in case I have to have water to something. Paper towels you gotta have. I take the center at them so they're smaller. Same with the toilet paper. This is cool. It's a little device to hold up my iPad or Fire so I can watch movies. I got a few starter sticks for my Fire. Nice to have. A little chainsaw oil for electric chainsaw. Keep that blade saw going. This is a blow-up pillow. A couple times I forgot my pillow, and it was nice to have one I could blow up. My first aid kit. There's quite a bit in here. I'm probably going to show this another time, you know, to go over the tourniquets and whatnot that I carry with me. You know, it's pretty good stuff in it. And of course, you got to have a red one so you can see it. All right, what else do we got here? Let's see. Gotta have a hatchet. I like this one because it has a little protective thing on the edge. And my little porta potty. Never want to use it. I have, but I'd rather not. Okay, little gray bin's handy. And then of course this is my seasonal stuff. These are mosquito nets you put on the window. I'll show that another time. I got 4 of them so I can have all 4 windows cracked with no mosquitoes coming in. And I got some mosquito coils. These are the better kind, the big fat wide ones. I bought some cheap ones the other day and I am not happy with them. And some bug spray, gotta have that. Alright, let's go to the next one. Surprise, another charging cable. I have USB-C and the micro USB. Got some Bluetooth headphones. Really cool headlamp, really bright. Of course, I have rechargeable flashlight, supposed to be 1,000 lumen. That is a pair of binoculars. A couple different cups. This is my coffee mug in the morning. I have a couple water cups in case people come by and want to drink something. Let's see here. This is a little bit of food. I have some mosquito coil holder, can of soup, a little bit of dried rice, power bar looking thing, and a little flavoring for my water. Okay, let's see. Everybody wants flavoring for their coffee. A little non-sweetened mocha mix. I also have a little fire starting bag, I guess. I got a Bic lighter. I got a flint and steel. Have a few solid burning cubes. Good to start a fire. I have a plasma lighter. It's also nice to have, especially when it's windy. Let's see. I also have magnesium and a flint. Mosquito coils, I like these. They're kind of hard to start. They've been out of the package a while. I tried to use the Bic lighter. It just wouldn't take. Off camera, I had to go through and use the actual butane torch, and then they worked great. That's kind of cool. You put the mosquito coil in there, you put the little cover on it, and it just sits there and smokes, and you don't have to worry about stepping on it, which I've done a number of times. Alright, let's put all this back and see what's next. Okay, of course you got to have a beanie, especially when you sleep at night. Nice to keep your head warm. Got to have a dog water bowl. Just a Cool Whip container. Little fire starter. These are nice. They're gel, so they don't spray everywhere. Extra pair of glasses. You never know when you need those in the woods. Okay, another mosquito coil. I got a 2-pack of these. They were like $10 or something. Okay, so a plastic bowl, 50 cents at Walmart. Makes it nice. I am a little rechargeable motion light I have inside the Jeep at night, so I can move around and the light pops on for a minute. A couple dish rags or wipe off rags. Gotta have my cooking oil and salt and pepper. So I'm still trying to work out my cooking. I'm moved over to electric cooking. This is a non-stick pot, which is really nice. And I also have a water kettle powered by 110 or my Blue Eddy. Just a little plate to put food on in case I need to. A pair of work gloves. A couple times I've needed it and didn't have it, so I brought some with me. This is another plasma rechargeable lighter. And this is my inverter, pure sine wave. I'm using it sometimes with my big battery. My little bag here, I've had this like, I don't know, 15, 20 years. A little bit of stuff. You know, I got some matches in here, a few pills like Tylenol and such. Oh, a sucker. Thanks. Wife gave that to me. Got harmonica. Trying to learn slowly. Let's see here. Have a bunch of silverware. It's good to have multiple, so in case you don't wash one on your next trip, you still have one to use. Let's see. What else? Okay, so I got some stuff for my coffee, you know, Folgers crystals and some mocha mix. You know, you gotta have that. This is really cool. This is a collapsible silicone. You know, it's to put rice or top ramen or whatever in. Let's just kind of sit there and rehydrate. Let's see. Gotta have my garlic sriracha. Like the spice. Can opener. It's good to have occasionally. I got some tea bags. I got decaffeinated for the winter time at night. Dishwashing soap. I'm sure it's biodegradable or something or other. What else is in here? You gotta have those little packets of ketchup and mustard in case you ever need them. This one's a green tea, and I think it's about it. So I mentioned before I like taking pictures. This is one of kind of what the sky looked like for the naked eye. And then I did this one. This one is adjusting the camera. I got one of those fancy mirrorless Sony A something or others. Long exposure, 30 seconds. The problem with 30 seconds, like here, the fire looks all blurry. That's because it's 30 seconds of the flames dancing around. So you really got to try to decide. Here's some ones just of a full moon and the branches and stuff in front of them. You can kind of see the leaf outline I liked. And this one is another similar thing, more leaves in the background. But I'm sure you'll see more of the photos. Now I think I'm just going to do the fire for a while. Here you go. Really? Alright everybody, I guess that's about it. Hope you had a good little camping adventure with me, and I hope to see you back. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all that. Anyway, have a good day everybody. Bye.